Hello and welcome to realityfuturestrading.com. In today's video, going to have a little discussion about money management being universal in regards to various futures trading strategies. I had a conversation with a client the other day, and he is interested in the new Trade Manager, and he kind of threw me for a loop when he told me how he was actually looking to use it and how he was going to actually trade. And what this gentleman does is he has a full-time job, and he makes all of his day trading decisions, or I should say his trading decisions, based on end-of-day data rather than on intraday data like I do. So let's go ahead and let's do a brief demo here real quick, and hopefully I will make my point. First thing I'm going to do here, of course, is I need to adjust my risk. I'm going to go ahead for this demo. Let's just risk 3% of the account here. So I'm going to move this chart over here. Let's spread it out a little bit, and I'm going to give you guys an idea of kind of what I am looking at. As you can see here on my Eagle Trend Trader, I do have a rule of threes right here. I've got one hash mark to the downside, two hash marks to the downside, and then my third hash mark there. And this, of course, is following my two failed buy signals that took place here. Now, it looks like we had a valid buy signal. However, notice the bar is down into the band. Had I have taken that trade, yes, I would have been stopped out. But let's do the demo here real quick and let's see what we look like. All right, so I'm going to set my prices first. I'm going to set my first price here. And I'm going to put my stop up here at the top of this bar, and then let's just set my arbitrary 3 targets here. All right, so it looks like my entry price here was at 96.17. I had my stop set up here at 96.31, and the risk aspect of Trade Manager allowed me to trade 5 contracts. So as we scroll down here, we look and we see that the trade would have worked out on all 3 contracts. Everything would have been great. And looks like I had a 4th target here left in as a runner. All right, so my point here is this. My risk on this trade is only $700. And hey, that's great. The trade worked out. Of course, that's going to make anybody happy. But the big question is, the guy that I was talking to was actually talking about using daily bars and end-of-day data. So I'm going to use the DTS as my backdrop here, and let's go ahead and let's just change the interval, and let's put up a daily chart of the oil market. Now, you saw that my risk was $700 on 5 contracts. Well, here we're looking at daily bars right here. So each bar represents 1 full trading day. So the question is, can money management be universal? And I think it's pretty safe to say yes regarding any futures trading strategy. Good solid money management is what you always want to have in place. Now, there are some things that are going to change. You noticed on the first example, I had $700 worth of risk on 5 contracts. Now, things are going to change here. Once again, I'm going to go up and I'm going to risk 3% of the account. And then let's see how this works out here. Let's just take this entry right here for argument's sake. And like I like to do, I like to use recent bars and recent pivots as my stop. Let's see if Risk Manager is even going to let me do this. So I'm going to set my prices. I'm going to do my entry here. Let's just call it 97.83. And I'm going to throw my stop down here. Let's do it recent at 95.33. And then let's set my targets out there. All right. Well, here's what we've noticed here. Right now, it's not even going to give me a dollar amount that I'm risking because the risk side of Trade Manager will not let me place a stop that is that big. And looking at this here, using the daily bars, just changing the strategy up a little bit, my stop has gone from what's really tight, generally what you'll get with being an intraday trader, to in this case, I'm actually looking at, oh, I'll tell you what, this is a $2,500 stop had it allowed me to place this trade. So let's clear this off and let's try again. I'm going to up my risk amount here. And I'm basing this on a $20,000 account. So let's try risking, you know what, I'm probably going to have to crank it up. Let's try risking 7% of the account. So I'm going to set my prices again. Set my prices here. Throw my stop down here and throw my targets up. And I'll tell you, once again, even risking 7%, it will not allow me to place the trade. Now, there's a couple of different ways you guys can look at this. You can either up the risk, which it's your account, it's your business, you do whatever you feel you need to do. Or if you want to stay within common risk parameters, say not risking any more than 2 to 5% of your account, you may either want to use a smaller bar, possibly different data. It's up to you. Well, all right, I hope you found this video to be informative. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me at ray@realityfuturestrading.com. Thanks and have a great day.